My neighbor called the cops on my wife for doing yoga in our own backyard. Yeah, you heard that right, yoga. 7 in the morning, sun barely up, coffee steaming on the porch, and Mary's just out there stretching on the deck. Next thing I know, flashing lights. But here's the thing that still gives me chills when I think about it. Instead of getting mad like any normal person, Mary looked almost pleased, like she'd been waiting for exactly this moment. Let me back up a second. We just moved into this gorgeous $1 million cabin on Pine Lake, my granddad's place, handed down after he passed. It was supposed to be our fresh start. Mary had just come back from her last deployment overseas. You could still see it in her eyes, that faraway, thousand-yard stare you get from seeing too much. My plan was simple. Give her peace, give her quiet, let the lake and the pines do their work. But Pine Lake had a snake, and her name was Kimberly Harrison. She made her entrance before Mary had even finished unpacking. Imagine a woman whose voice is like poison wrapped in silk. "Dylan," she purred, fake sweet as pie. "What a lovely surprise, and this must be your exotic new house guest." The way she said exotic, like Mary was a fruit she'd found in the wrong grocery aisle, not a woman born in Texas. Mary smiled, but not the confident smile I knew. She tilted her head, almost shy. "I just want to learn how to belong here," she told Kimberly, voice trembling. "Maybe you could teach me." And Kimberly lit up like Christmas morning. "Oh, honey, we'll help you understand proper American suburban behavior." The way she said American, like Mary wasn't one. That's when I knew this wasn't going to be the quiet life I promised my wife. Over the next week, Kimberly worked Mary like a project. "Your flowers are festive, but maybe more tasteful. Your clothes are bold, but we prefer subtle. Your music is spirited, but perhaps something more appropriate." Every comment chipped away at Mary's confidence, or so it looked to me. And then came the financial squeeze. $15,000 for proper landscaping. $8,000 for a community standard mailbox. $12,000 for driveway upgrades. 30 days, or face fines that could gut us. Kimberly called it helping us fit in. I called it extortion with a smile. Worse, she worked the neighbors, whispering that Mary was so foreign to our way of life, that PTSD was tragic, but maybe she'd be more comfortable with her own kind. Within days, people who'd waved at us stopped making eye contact. And through it all, Mary kept up the act timid, apologetic, asking Kimberly to teach her. I hated it. I wanted to roar back. Every time, Mary's eyes told me, not yet. Then came the sirens. Tuesday morning, 2 patrol cars in our driveway. Kimberly telling the officers she'd seen foreign ritualistic behavior on our deck. Translation, yoga. Officer Thompson, bless him, just stared at her. "Ma'am, stretching isn't a crime." But 3 days later, another call. This time, disturbing domestic situation. Reality? Mary and I were debating chicken or fish for dinner. Kimberly spun it into loud foreign disputes. By now, I'd noticed something strange. Mary's panic attacks? Only when Kimberly was around. And when the cops left, she'd ask pointed questions about harassment laws, false reports, evidence collection. I catch her setting up recording gear or reviewing documents like she was prepping a case. So I dug. Turns out, Kimberly had run this exact scam before 3 military families, all pushed out within 2 years. Same playbook: harassment, bogus fines, isolation, cheap sale. She got real estate commissions every time. I confronted Mary. "Your panic attacks, they're fake. You're playing her." She didn't deny it. Just said, "Trust me. But first I need her to call the feds." That's when I realized my wife wasn't the prey here. She was the hunter. Week 4, Kimberly made her move, filed a federal complaint accusing Mary of military benefits fraud and stolen valor. Agent Williams from Military Criminal Investigation called to set up an interview. Mary? Calm as still water. "Of course, Agent Williams. I'll have the documents ready." She even called Kimberly afterward, begging her not to push it, sounding terrified while secretly recording every word. Kimberly bragged to neighbors, called the media, painted herself as the hero, protecting our refined way of life. Meanwhile, Mary was running a quiet, lethal operation, interviewing other targeted military families, compiling years of harassment patterns, tying Kimberly to real estate investors buying up lakefront homes cheap. Every file time-stamped, labeled, cross-referenced. Agent Williams started asking me about Kimberly, not Mary. That's when it clicked my wife was building a federal case, and Kimberly was too arrogant to see she was walking straight into it. The final meeting was set at the community center. Kimberly wanted an audience for Mary's exposure. She got it neighbors, local cops, federal agents, even the press. Kimberly took the floor first, dripping venom. Some people masquerade as something they're not. We must protect our way of life. Not even pretending anymore. Then Agent Williams asked for Mary's military ID. Kimberly smirked. Watch closely. She'll either produce a fake or confess. Mary's hands trembled just enough to sell the act as she pulled it from her purse. Lieutenant Colonel Mary Vasquez Cooper, United States Air Force. Top secret clearance. The room gasped. Kimberly's face drained like someone pulled the plug. Officer Thompson read it aloud, and you could see the neighbors who'd backed her start stepping away like she was contagious. Mary straightened, voice crisp, steady, the victim mask on. Agent Williams, I have comprehensive documentation of Mrs. Harrison's harassment campaign against military families. She handed over a thick, immaculate file. The charges came fast: false federal reporting, harassment of military personnel, conspiracy to commit mail fraud, civil rights violations. Kimberly was cuffed right there, still sputtering. She tricked me. Mary's reply? You assumed kindness was weakness. That mistake cost you everything. The fallout was brutal. Kimberly lost her house, her reputation, her freedom sentenced to 8 years, over $400,000 in restitution. Her operation had hit 30-plus military families in 4 states, netting $12 million in undermarket sales for her partners. Mary's full story came out after not just an Air Force officer, but a psychological operations specialist. Her desk job was studying domestic threats to military families. Kimberly's scheme? Straight out of her training manuals. By letting herself look vulnerable, Mary got Kimberly to reveal the whole machine on tape, in public, with federal witnesses. Now, Pine Lake's HOA is run by military families. Property values are up. The toxic gossip circle is gone. The house Kimberly once used as her base? Bought by a young Marine family for half what she tried to force us to sell for. Mary was promoted to full colonel, now shaping national protocols to protect military families. She's testified before Congress. Her case study is required training. And me? My woodworking business is booming. I even teach vets as therapy. But more than that, I get to drink coffee every morning on the same deck Kimberly once tried to take from us, watching my wife, my hero, stretch in the sun without a care in the world. One evening, I asked her, think we'll ever have drama like that again? Mary smiled. Not likely. Word gets around about who you can't push around. She's right. Sometimes, the most dangerous person in the room is the one you mistake for weak. And sometimes you don't realize you've married the hero you never knew you needed.